welcome back. My name is Charlotte, and this is my little Nick to Nook. And in this video, I'm going to talk about a self-drafted project. If you're new here, my name is Charlotte. I'm 25-year-old from North Norway. I am a painter by trade, and I knit. And like I said, I'm going to talk about some self-drafted projects that I have going on, or at least one of them, which is more set in stone than the other one. So I'm gonna knit a skirt. I've seen this particular skirt on many people nowadays. It is this skirt with these 3 layers. I don't know what it's called. I don't have one of my own, so I don't really have anything to show, but it is like a brim around the lower waist, upper hip area, and then 3 like plaits, layers. I'll try to find it and post a picture of what I've seen. And I have my thoughts about this skirt. I'm not a skirt wearer. I prefer shorts, pants, and dresses, actually, but maxi dresses. So, but I just figured out, can I make one? Can I make one that I would have worn? And for now, the answer is actually kind of yes. I am currently working on one. And I am working it up in Filcolana Alva and Filcolana Tilia. This is part of the color combination. This is one of the layers that I'm going to knit. And it is, the Alva is 100% alpaca, 175 meters, 25 grams. And the Tilia is 70% kid mohair and 30% silk, 210 meters, 25 grams. This particular color is color 370, the mohair. And the Alva is also 370, so it's actually the same color. I did not check that until now. Fun to know. But it's not finished. I'm still working on it. I'm still figuring out all of the math. But let me see if I can show you my current I have a string tied into it. So this is hopefully the size medium. I do have a smaller cousin of mine who will be my mannequin / model for this skirt. Now, after I've released the pattern, I will release the pattern with a video that explains the, I guess, techniques that I have used to it and the methods that I've used to make things a little bit easier for myself. Like, you see the white cord in here. That's one thing that I've done, and the fact that this is already in, so that I can cinch it up. Not that it's going to be cinched up this hard, but it's just, it's already in there, so I don't have to have a lot of trouble with it when it's finished. But yeah, my thoughts about this, I have a little list that I want to talk to you about. If there's anything that I don't mention in this video about this design, please ask me either on Instagram or in the comments. I probably will have time to go through it all. If not, I will make another video about this skirt especially. So first things first, the Filcolana yarn is what I'm using. That is simply because it's a yarn that I haven't been using before. I never used it, I never tried it, and I wanted to try it. So here I am, trying it. I will, though, make several versions. I say several. I only have one other version in mind, which does not include the mohair. That is simply because of a personal preference. I have very sensitive skin, and if I scratch myself, I get really red and it doesn't really look that good. It looks kind of bad. So I'm trying not to wear stuff that makes me itch so that I don't get flagged or someone calls someone. So I will be making I don't know if I want to make a DK version or a fingering version, maybe both. Again, that's something you can tell me if you would like to see. And I'm knitting it up with size 3mm, not US. I don't know what 3mm US would be. I guess 2.75. I'm guessing. I'm not really used to that sizing form, but I'm using 3mm. I have noted like other tools, which in my case will be this string. It's the only thing that I can think about. The other things that you need for this kind of skirt, you can also work up an I-cord, but then you have to do that first. And other tools that is needed can be this kind of elastic band. I opted for that. I will probably knit up like an I-cord or something else for the different versions, like the fingering or DK. But that is something that will be included in the future pattern. Now, sizing. I do obviously want a bigger range for my sizes, but therefore I'm not thinking this will be a 2020. Which year is it? I don't think this will be a 2025 pattern. I will probably release this closer to like spring or late winter, turning spring area 2026, so that people can have it ready for the summer 2026. That is my current plan. So I have a lot of time to think about sizing, and for the sizing I am using one sizing chart, and I will be using that sizing chart for all of my future patterns and designs, and that is the Gymshark one. Now I have noticed one thing about that, and that is I think that the waist was, I don't have my paper here, but one of the measurements, it was either the waist or the hip, it only added like 5 centimeters per size. So if you had like a medium, it is I don't know how to explain it, but let me pull it up. Their hip and chest sizes is the same, so I will be working in centimeters because I understand centimeters. So I'll take the hip measurements. For a small size, hips are at 100 centimeters per Gymshark's size chart. A medium size, 105 centimeters. Large, 110. Extra large, 115. Double XL, 120. So you just add 5 centimeters, which I don't know how accurate that is, but I also have this, I don't know, the fact that it's only like per 5 centimeters is kind of a red flag for me, but I have never had any issues with the Gymshark's sizing. Now, note, I am a girl that wears oversized clothing because I am on a bigger size and that is what I'm comfortable with. But I will try only using Gymshark's sizing chart for a baseline if that does not work with my sizing. Now, like I said, I'm using this for this one, and this is a medium. I have thought like this is small, but it can stretch quite a lot. But still, do you want it to be like this tight around your waist? I mean, I know from my personal experience that if I have like tight waistband and my tummy hurts after some hours. So I will try it, and if it doesn't work, I'll find something else. If you do have a size chart that you have only good experiences with, if you feel like it fits every time, please share it with me, and I'll try to use that as a baseline instead of Gymshark's. All right. There is some, I felt like I needed to explain my color, not choices, but placements on this skirt, because I feel like the skirt, okay, so I am quite modest of me. I am quite reserved, private, and I don't really like short stuff. So there that is mostly why I'm knitting this up as personal like a thing that I can like work with and wear. But to make the illusion that it is longer than it actually is, I am beginning and ending the skirt with the darkest colors. Now, that is simply to try to make the biggest contrast. If you are a darker girl, maybe start and end with the lightest colors is the best option for you if that is what you like. You don't have to do this pattern with different colors, obviously. The world is your oyster. If you want to make this a full-on black skirt or a full-on pink skirt or a full-on neon green skirt, be my guest. I would love to see it though. So tag me if you ever make this. If you see this video when it's already released and you're knitting this up because funsies. And then obviously tag me and hashtag the name of the pattern, which is a nice segue because I don't have a name for this yet. I'm calling it the summer skirt, but that is simply just a title. It's not a name of this skirt. I have thought like a three-tier skirt to play off like a three-tiered cake. I don't know, but something like that. I'm thinking 3 tiers, excluding this hip band, waistband. I don't know. But if you have any suggestions of that as well, please comment. Send me a DM. And then, okay, so a little bit about I don't know if you can hear the train. Can you hear the train? I'll wait in case you can't hear the train. Should be fading now. So, the construction of the skirt. Now, I really like A-line skirt. So, this is an A-line base of the skirt. These layers that will come in later, I will be working a lot of this on in this weekend. I will probably also post some photos of it on my Instagram. Not wearing it, obviously, but knitting on it and just progress photo. So I'm trying to like hack a A-line base for the skirt. Now, to make an A-line base, I obviously need the correct increase ratio, which I think I've hacked. I mean, I'm trying to keep this level, So you see my needles here, and it is a little bit because I have the tie here, so it dips in a little bit, but I mean, yeah, you see the slide there. And I am making this a lot with curvy girls in mind, because a everlasting problem is it is way too tight around the butt, or perfect around the butt, and then it's way too big around the waist or where it starts. And I am trying to fix that with using the elastic band or an I-cord to cinch in the waist as you please. But still, I just want to really make sure that it fits comfortably and flattering and nicely. Therefore, this band here. Really happy with this, actually. Really proud of it. So, baseline, A-line. And then the second, I don't know what to call it, it's not a problem yet, but challenge, my second challenge will be to figure out the increases ratio on these layers for the skirt. You can actually see it way easier here. I have this red lifeline right there, because layers, and I want them to like flare out if you spin. I think that will look like really cute and pretty, so I want to do that. That's my plan, at least, for it. Just to get that tutu effect, so you can see the underlining color if you're using several colors, because the darkest color is going to run through it all. So I'm going to start with it, and then I'm having, this is actually the medium color for this skirt. It looks very light, but this is the lightest of them all. You can see it is. If I go like this and that, here is the colorway. So yeah, that's the color range without the mohair for this particular skirt. And it is the color 371, 370, and 334. That's the colors for this skirt. And that is everything that I figured, everything that I thought of that I wanted to tell you about the skirt. Now, like I said, it will not be a 2025 pattern. It will most likely be a 2026 pattern. It doesn't have a name, so if you could comment that, if you have any other suggestions, any other wishes around this, particularly with yarn weight choice. Now this is a lace and a light, like, I don't know honestly if this is a lace or a very light fingering. I haven't really looked into like the weights, but I think these together is a fingering weight, and I would like to have like a little bulkier version, so DK probably. I don't want to go anything thicker than that, so DK weight ish. It will, when this is finished and I'm starting the next variant, if the yarn math and all of the measurements adds up and it's correct and it fits my lovely cousin who is helping with this, if it fits her good, I will make myself a version with the DK, and I will make that as a tutorial video for this pattern. And then when I'm finished with that and it fits like it should according to size, I will I will write all of the other sizes that I will do. Now again, I am working with a Gymshark pattern size chart, so I will making their sizes, which is a double XS to a double XL. That's the range that this skirt will have. So if you have any thoughts, any other ideas, any suggestions for names or yarns for the DK, if you have any other thoughts surrounding this particular pattern, please comment it, DM me on my other account on Instagram, which I will link down below, and subscribe to follow along, to stay tuned when other pattern ideas will end up in my head. And like this video, and I'll see you when I see you.